Hey everyone, Miles and One Guy here, and today I want to bring you a different type of video than just an announcement or just gameplay. I wanted to do I just want to interact on Twitter with you guys, and if you want to join in on that, then you just have to follow me, mph underscore miles, as you can see right here. But sorry for the lack of uploads recently. I haven't been able to get storage issues correct with one of these first attempts I've been trying to upload, and as well as school just consuming my life, because I'm only 14 right now, so naturally I'm caught up in school and all that stuff. But I'm gonna be trying to upload regardless. And if you enjoy these uploads, you should subscribe to the channel, like, comment, all that stuff. I want to be able to be monetized this year, if not next year. This year meaning from right now to this day in 2021, not literally by the end of the year, which it would be nice to. But I know that's not going to happen because I'm way too inconsistent in uploading. But regardless, I'll stop dragging out the intro. Let's go through the quote tweets first, because I don't feel like scrolling back up to this. It's probably the community for me. So many people either feel entitled to have their things, the things they want, or they get to a certain skill level and act like they can't take a toss or take a loss. Yeah, it's really, I hate new player mentality. Or when I say new player, I mean like new player in a competitive scene mentality, or just even in a Smash scene in general, because I consider the competitive Smash scene and the actual Smash community a whole different thing. But you can want a character in the game. You can want a certain stage, you can want certain music, whatever. That's fine. But what isn't fine is when you force it on others, or when you start sending death threats, or just making others feel bad because they did or didn't want the same character you did. I know Minecraft Steve was very controversial, despite him being part of, the best-selling game of all time, Minecraft. A lot of people, including the best player in the world, they didn't really like Steve at first, and they didn't give such a good reaction, but they gave time to the character. They weren't just bitching and moaning, all that stuff. But the people who don't just take it and then leave it, those are the most annoying people. And then with getting at a certain skill level, yeah, there's so many people that act like they can't take a loss once they get at a certain level, or they start making their name out there. No matter what, you're gonna be upset one day, whether it's from some random or just an upcoming player because you weren't playing at your best that day. And even if you were playing at your best, this shouldn't cause you to have a stick up your ass the whole time, and then just ruin the experience for everyone and make that player feel bad that they won. I don't know if that's what you necessarily meant, but that's certainly how I feel about it. Anyway, next one. How good projectiles are and cease to being stupid. I have never played another Smash game. I recently downloaded Melee, yeah, but I didn't play with anyone, and I was just wallowing the whole time. I didn't use really any projectiles except for the iceberg. But I do know projectiles, they're good, but they're not horribly bad to deal with. Zoning and just all that stuff, that's basic fighting games. I mean, that's in basic fighting games. And you have to just be able to accept that and get around it. Most traditional fighting games, they provide a character that zones, that's a grappler, that's rushdown, all those archetypes. And it seems like the most impatient people are just the ones that usually hate zoning. Although I will admit, some projectiles are unnecessarily stupid or have unnecessary priority. Which, in general, priority is a weird issue in this game when it comes to, like, certain hitboxes. Like, for the most part, it's fine, but, like, for example, Link Nair, that beats Power Geyser. It's stupid. And the C-stick being stupid, I agree. Sometimes I want to do, like, a forward tilt or a sliding forward tilt, and I get the input right, and then I end up doing a dash attack, or I start like doing jab, and then for some reason you can do nair from C-stick even though it's like near impossible to input that. And just C-stick feels stupid sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't work at all. But yeah, I agree with you. Character design, it's I'm mixed on this because like I like a lot of the characters in this game. I like how they're represented. Like the moves themselves sometimes just don't work. Like, and we don't really know how it really should work. For example, like Pit Nair, we don't know if it's supposed to be like this bad or if it was actually an oversight from the developers because they haven't fixed it once. So that must mean, they might have wanted it, even though you constantly hear people. When I asked for specifics on this tweet, no one, the person didn't answer, so I'll just cut that short. There is a lot, but I would say lack of depth in this gameplay. I've said this once and I'll say it again. When you simplify a game for the mass appeal, you lose that special touch that pushes it forward to a very great game. I almost agree with all of this. I agree that simplifying a game just so it can appeal to most people, it's smart from a business standpoint, but it isn't smart for like that people want to return. And especially when they add stuff like making it easier to short hop with X and A or jump and attack, it's stupid. You shouldn't have to add that and then not even add a toggle feature. Like, if you actually want to add this stuff, make it an option. Don't make it a requirement. You're Nintendo. You can make this stuff change. You can actually like go in, patch it in, all that. Like right now, you're trying to fix online, but like you can, when offline becomes an option again, for example, you could just, I don't know, try to add more things in, like patches that bring toggle in. You can add more options to training mode. You could do, all that stuff. Just little quality of life changes. But I will say that this game is very, very easy, and it really shows in some gameplay. Like at top level, it's still entertaining to watch because it doesn't feel like it is easy. There's still depth. It's just not as much depth as you probably would want, especially compared to Melee. Alright, let's go to the actual replies. And I'll try to get through all of this, but if the video's too long, I'll cut some out. Shield drop too long. Yeah, I think that's for the greater good though. Although I'd like it to be like, I don't know, 7 frames maybe? I don't really know how that affect the game. But I do know that shield feels like such a bad option when you just drop it. Shield is a good option when you're aggressing, where you're showing aggression towards someone and you're trying to like rush them down, and then you like scare them by blocking right in front of them. But they made it 11 frames just to drop shield. It's really inconvenient. It's really an inconvenience more than anything. But I do get it, especially when transitioning from 4 to Ultimate. World of Light should have been more like Subspace Emissary, but no, they had to make it a semi-linear map with stupid spirits and the villains, like guy and emo guy, are stupid as hell. I agree. There's not much to be said, but I do wish that they made it like Smash Run and Subspace. Like, I loved the idea they went for. But if they made it like Smash Run where you get all that stuff, or just Subspace level system, well, like, making their own new story with all these characters, that would have been hype. Ultimate would have sold probably better than it did. Like, it doesn't... not really. I take that back. But it just felt so underwhelming coming in Ultimate. A lot of characters are cool, but most of them feel very similar and shallow. I'd rather have 40 unique characters than 80 similar ones. Other than that, they did nerf on movement is the worst. Yeah, movement sucks. It doesn't... I don't like initial dash. Initial dash is weird. But that's just coming from someone who hasn't really played any other Smash game, like, seriously. Like, I didn't start with Ultimate, by the way, when I said that earlier. I started with 4, but I didn't really play that game seriously, and I was like 7 or 8 at the time when I even got it, and I'm 14, as I said earlier. So I don't really remember that much. I will be revisiting that game sometime soon in a future video, or on stream. Catch me on twitch.tv/miles.1guy, by the way. But, yeah, I say movement feels linear, just boiled down to, like what Kintaro said earlier about how the depth in the game just feels weak. And the similar characters, I don't mind similar characters if it's like 1 or 2, but like, I agree, there should be more uniqueness when it comes to how you can play or what characters have to offer. Like, sure, you can include all those references, but if it just boils down to the same forward air on shield, nair, up the out of shield, you know, all that, or just generic sword characters, Smash loves to throw around that, but generic sword characters, you know, it doesn't feel like it's a good game when it comes to like the roster, or just a good game decision when the roster's like that. I don't know. Y'all should know what I mean. Sonic and Ganondorf have by designs that do them in their home series dirty as fuck. Agreed. I don't even have to say anymore. I don't really know that much about Ganon, but I will say Sonic was really done dirty. The only optimistic comment, really. Honestly, I love this game, and I couldn't really tell you what else is wrong. Oh yeah, if you didn't read, I said excluding online, so that's why no one's commenting online. There are really too many people. Super low floor, not very high ceiling due to lack of movement options, the weird interactions with the C-stick, having 2-frame window before characters just moved when using fair or bear, no nair available, buffer, short hop aerials, so basically just movement. For that one, I already talked about that. Shields are fairly bad in this game, more defensive options, limited inviolability to shield grab being whack, and out of shields being I hate out of shield options, and just like hitboxes in this game feel weird, or they look weird. And also Ultimate Kids. What he meant by this is I'm reason for writing Ultimate Kids because they have so much amenity and hatred towards melee players. They make out melee players to be elitists for their own game, when in reality they're just trying to vibe, and also any Alfred fans. Alfred is fine. Alfred's cool. He's who he wants to be. He's in a very great place right now, especially content-wise. I want to be like him when it comes to just being able to branch out and talk to my audience, you know, and I respect the guy, but his fan base, yeah, they're kind of a hit or miss. I think most Alfred fans are cool, but some can be cringy and just say the same jokes over again, like forward aerial, you know, all that. And that's with every community. Unfortunately, I can't say I should just hate the whole community for that. Anyway, I remember Tweak saying a while ago that Ultimate Dream avoiding interactions. I think that's very true. The buffer system is terrible. Shields are limited. Okay, that's just the same thing. Same thing. Getting rid of running through opponents is a mistake. I want to say that. But like, I know I'd be way worse if that wasn't a thing. Although maybe I can't really speak on that. And one big one's I don't feel like I already said exclude the netcode, aka online. But yeah, the netcode's pretty bad. One thing I should probably bring up, since I'm doing a video, save Melee, free Melee. I don't understand why Nintendo had to cancel Big House. Well, I do understand, but I don't know. I do and I don't at the same time. Like, they didn't care about the game. And, you know, I feel like if they really cared this much about it, where they're trying to cancel, you know, the community that's been trying to help Nintendo, that's been trying to help other people, other communities. Hell, they had breast cancer awareness, or breast cancer charity, I'm pretty sure, a few years back. And why? What has Melee? What have Melee players done to you? What has Melee in general done? If you're doing this because you don't get any money from this, one, you do get money from this in a way, because you get new players that might be into Melee to buy Ultimate. Two, when they buy Ultimate and they drop it, that's not Melee's fault. That's your fault for giving us such a terrible online system, Nintendo. You need to stop, you know, giving us all these trash onlines, and now you're charging us money. Granted, it's not that much. I'm paying $20 a year. That's fine. But like, if you're gonna make us give you money for online, at least make the online good. Like, I genuinely wouldn't mind having to play a PlayStation 5 subscription for a year of amazing online. Like, it doesn't have to exactly feel like offline, but it shouldn't have to be this bad, Nintendo. Like, on Twitter, there's a hashtag going around, free Melee Nintendo, you know, all that. So go on Twitter right now and then make a post saying free Melee. We're free Melee Nintendo. Editor Miles here. One, I'd like to say thank you to Jonah for editing most of this video. His YouTube channel and all of his socials will be in the description below. And there's another hashtag going around on Twitter, because not only is the Melee community, you know, affected by this, but all of the Smash communities. So instead of being like save Melee, not only are we going to say that, we're going to say save Smash. Because we care about this game. We won't let it die. But Nintendo wants to act like they need to stick up their ass or something just because they don't get any profit from it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Alright, back to the video. Oh wait, also, subscribe. Anyways, I'm sorry for the long tangent, but I'll go on with everything else. The buffer system does screw up shield a lot because, you know, yeah, it says limiting shield options. I wholeheartedly agree with this. And it's really, really upsetting because this game has so much ambition, so much, like, going for it. And it just feels so unfinished and just not that great. Like, I love Ultimate. Don't get me wrong. But, like, it still feels like it could have been much, much better. And I wish it was. And I wish my characters were much better, but that's a whole topic for another story. Or another, video. And this game really does reward camping, I feel like. When they try to make it fast-paced, but also they shut it down, like, they shut down the depth and all that, it felt like it just started promoting more camping instead. Like, they clearly wanted to make this a game for both of the audiences, competitive and casual. I'm pretty sure that's the whole intent of them adding back directional air dodge, making everything faster. But they streamlined down everything, and it just made it feel slower at times. Like, especially when it comes to certain characters like Sonic. That's just a badly designed character in general, but he's supposed to be this fast, upbeat character that's always just rushing you down, always trying to be in your face, overwhelm you with his speed. And they only get the overwhelming you with his speed part down because he's the fastest character in the game. However, his design is so poor, so bad. I don't really see what they're doing. I can't really sympathize with them. The community can be so toxic. It feels like a lot of people in the Smash community only want you to get better in a certain way, and if you don't follow the rules, you're garbage, you're carried. Fuck, man, just let people play how they want to play and stop being assholes. I agree. Let people play how they want to play. If they play campy, oh well, just don't play with them. If it's that much of a problem to you. If they play Super Rushdown and you think they're mashing, you're mashing the wrong option. Stop complaining. Yeah, just let people play how they want to play. Like, stop. I like the single player modes. There's a few things that annoy, like full hop aerials are hard to time because of XA macro and I can't run through people. Ultimate is everything I want in a Smash game, yet I'm not as excited with it as Smash 4 somehow. I actually think when people say Smash 4 is better than Ultimate, I don't think they mean like, everything in the game. Like, of course, Rage was a huge problem. Bayonetta is oppressive. But like, if they have patch culture, or just the way they patch things now, if they had done Smash 4, same mechanics and all, I genuinely feel like, they could have done something with the game even past its life cycle. Like, it's weird to explain, but I feel like, in a way, Smash 4, after Ultimate came out, it seemed like it could do much more than Ultimate. But it just, well, I don't know. I really think that a lot of Ultimate's mechanics, they're weird, clunky, hard to just adapt to. And when you do adapt to them, when you go back to older titles like Melee, it just feels wrong at times, at least to me. But yeah, I don't really know how to explain my line of thinking, but I think someone might be able to get how I think, or get what I'm saying. Input delay. I agree wholeheartedly. The input delay on the game, there's already input delay in normal offline settings, and why? The game would have been so much better if there was just no delay, or just very, very minimum delay. And then we add online to the equation where it's just, I believe it's 5 frames of delay at peak condition, which most people aren't even on lane, or LAN, whatever. So you're not gonna get those 5 frames unless you're in a LAN only tournament. The no fire Mario, yeah, I want that back, but I like the USA Mario better. You have to unlock music by completing the challenges and visiting the shop. Yeah, but I think that's always been in Smash games, but it'd be nice to have it on at the very start. Some of its stages, such as PacMan and Mario, I'm assuming you mean Mario Maker? But, yeah, I
I don't like PacMan. It's I don't like I don't like auto scrollers in general, and a lot of people I don't think do. But just if like what I said, PacMan should have been in the game, not PacLand. That stage is actually dumb. And finally, well, actually, no, I'll save that. No content. It gets boring for me, even if I'm not online or with friends. Yeah, single player is very lacking in this game. It's supposed to be the ultimate edition of Smash. They don't even have break the targets. It's very disappointing. But I mean, what can you do? I guess. But now for the last one. Any use of the word lame, hype, skill, can't mash, corny, or gimmick used on Twitter and the context of Smash has been unbearable to me, especially since they're so common. People only ever use them to tear others down over things that just don't matter in competition. Okay, I watched a video the other day. I don't remember what FGC person it was, but they were talking about how lame is different in the context of a top player and a low-level player. A low-level player would use it as an insult, saying, hey, stop playing like that, it's not fun. While a top player basically would say, hey, that's lame, you should keep doing it because, it's working. And if you keep getting hit by the same mashy option, then you're probably making a mashy mistake. And you're not even realizing it, you're just blaming the other people or blaming the other person for your mistakes. You shouldn't do that. If you want to ever improve in fighting games, if you ever want to improve in general, you have to find out what you're doing wrong. You can't just blame it on everyone else but yourself. People overuse the word gimmick, and it's really, really weird. Like, I say Steve's a gimmick, because he is. His blocks, the whole getting material and then using it to your advantage type of thing. I think that is a gimmick. But like, when someone just says wolf back air, or just like Palutena and air is a gimmick, like, why? What do you even mean by that? Who says that? Why say that? It's just a good move. A good character and a good move does not equal a gimmicky character. And when you're talking about skill, you better be able to be like at least one pro level player. Like, I separate the term pro and top because when I say pro level, that means someone who can be considered a professional, someone who takes the game super seriously and can make pretty good results. And a top level player is someone who usually gets top 8 or gets top 16 at majors, A and S tier, yeah. Those are the people I consider top level, as well as being on PGR. If you can beat any of those people, then sure, I'll let you talk about my skill in any way you see fit. But if you're just a low level player, or just a mid level even, trying to talk down on others, saying they're not skillful at all just because they're beating you or whatever, what does that make you? You're a bad player. Stop being all salty. Stop trying to bring other people down because you're trash, because you're not good. That's not how the game works. That's not how competition works. If you're losing and you know what to do and yet you can't do anything about it, then learn. If you're losing, you don't know what to do, then you're inexperienced. And if you just don't know how you're losing or what to do, then you're probably a worse player than them. Which, you shouldn't be even talking about the person's skill if you're not even good yourself. But that's just my opinion on it. And camping, yeah, that's normal. In all fighting games, zoners exist. And camping is fine. It might not be the most entertaining thing, but it's still a thing in fighting games. You can't Can't take that away. And corny. Yeah, a lot of characters are corny in this game. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna side with you on that one. A lot of characters are corny. And a lot of clips and things in this game are corny. But like, it should not be that overused, in my opinion. And if you really are just gonna tear someone down over how they play or what they want to do, then, you know, unless it's something that's genuinely bad, then you should just... Why are you even playing this game? Go play something else. Go play, like, Mario Kart or something. That's really it. That's my honest opinion. So, that's the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, you know, all that. I know I'm not the most energetic person, but I'm trying to come from a introverted shell and break out. And I'm hoping I'm doing better each video, especially in my solo videos, because I'm fine with talking with my friends and just screaming at the top of my lungs then. But right now I can't really do that because I'm not used to projecting myself. But right now I just want y'all to be able to support me, tell me what I can do better, you know, all that. And I am gonna start uploading better. I'm gonna start uploading better content. I'm gonna be starting to upload more consistently soon. I still haven't got my PC tower, which is probably why the video might be laggy. But I hope you can bear with it, and I hope, you know, you can deal with it until then. And also, I'll be using Facecam very, very soon. I'm not the most good-looking person, and you've probably already seen me if you follow me on Twitter, which you should follow me on Twitter. Once again, mph_miles. But if you haven't seen me on Twitter and you can't use Twitter, then, you know, I'd like you to at least give me a chance if you see my face, because like I said, I'm not the most attractive person, but just know, you know, it'll show my personality more, and you'll be able to see me express myself better. So yeah, and also go to my Discord. You know, I don't have Instagram anymore. What was I gonna say? Yeah, just join my Discord and then follow me on Twitter. That's it. Alright. See you later.